Start my video. Everybody, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone had an amazing 4th of July week. I know I did, and I'm back at it. So I'm excited for everybody to be here today. I'm just going to quickly do my spiel, and that is that we do these success meetups on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, be sure to scan the QR code that you see on the screen and register to join us live so you can ask questions as we go and all that good stuff. Today, we're going to talk about doing a client appreciation event and using some tools in kvCORE to help you organize and manage it. So I think I actually saw a post on our Facebook group about that a week or two ago, and I thought this would be a good topic to kind of go over. So does anybody, I guess I should have done a quiz, but I didn't. If anyone wants to put in the chat or the Q&A, if you've done a client appreciation event, if you're looking to do one, how it went, that kind of stuff, I'd love to hear back from you guys on that. But there's a lot of different things you can do in kvCORE to not only invite your people and to track your people, but also remind your people and all that good stuff. And we're going to go over all of that today while we're together. So let me pull over. Let me get out of here. Get my kvCORE up and running. And I'm going to share my screen back again. Okay, so here's kvCORE. A couple of things to think about when you're doing your event. And the first thing you want to think about is sending out an invitation, obviously. Well, there's a couple of different ways to do that. And I think that it really depends on what your needs are. So the easiest way to do it would be to make a landing page in kvCORE that triggers a hashtag so that you could then filter for everybody that's RSVP'd to your event. And so we'll make one of those. The other thing you might want to think about doing is if you need to, and you're like, well, I'm going to have a bunch of, I'm going to send out these invitations, but we're inviting the kids and I need to know how many kids are going to be there and how many adults are going to be there. And I can't do that. And Daphne actually just wrote in that they do one every year at Christmas and do Picks with Santa, which is excellent. Maybe we'll use that as an example today. And maybe you need to know how many kids and how many adults are coming so that you can have enough food or whatever. The problem with using a landing page in that situation would be you can't record that information. So I'll do it real quick. Like, let's say you don't care about that. You would go into your lead engine and build a landing page. And let's do this. Let's go to Canva. And I'm going to make maybe 600, 5,000 pixels. And maybe it's a photos with Santa. Oh, I don't want that. What did I just do? That's not what I wanted. Let's do. Oh, let's do something that looks really weird. That's better. Okay, so maybe pictures. Canva is great for this kind of stuff with Santa. Let's see what we get. So you could do something like this. For your background. Download. So when you're making a page, where am I at here? You can change your background picture. So the easiest way to change your background picture in kvCORE is you can choose one of these, but if you want the one you want, like I want the Santa one, and I want to do a custom background, you're going to have to put an image URL in there. So the easiest way to do that in kvCORE is to go to Quick Actions blog posts. I know you're not going to make a blog post, but maybe you will make a blog post about your pictures with Santa. We're going to add a post, and you're just going to put a picture in, and all of this is doing is putting the picture on the internet so that you can get a link for that picture. And right here is your embed code. And right here is the link to your picture. It always ends in PNG or JPEG, depending on what you downloaded it as. So I'm going to go back here, put it in, save it, and now you've got Santa there, right? And you would just be like, you know, you're invited pictures with Santa. And then you could say, you know, get your free Santa pics. Maybe, and if you do this, you can just erase these things if you don't like it. You could say, you know, cookies and punch. And, you know, you whatever you're advertising, whatever you're doing, obviously you're going to create it the way you want to create it. If you don't want all of these, you can just double click on them and they'll go away. And then obviously, instead of see the list now, you want to do a submit button text would be RSVP now, right? Okay, so anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to put a hashtag in here. And the hashtag could be Santa Pics RSVP. So now when they sign up for this, you can, they will get a hashtag attached to them, Santa Pics RSVP. And then when you're looking to get the list of everybody that's RSVP, you'd simply go into your contacts and run a filter for that hashtag Santa Pics RSVP, and you'd see all the people that were going to be coming that had RSVP to your Santa pictures. Another thing you can do is on your landing page where it says URL after login, you could make on your let's see, on your Web and IDX, you could make a custom page that just says something like, thanks for RSVPing, or has, you know, all the details about the honestly, you probably should have put the details here, the date and time and all this, but would have like the date, the time, the address, like a map. Like you could make a custom page here so that when you made it, whenever you make a custom page, you get a link for that custom page, and you could put that link in your URL after login so that it doesn't just do nothing when they RSVP. They actually get put on a page with all the information saying, thank you for registering. We can't wait to see you, blah, blah, blah. And you would put that URL right here so that when, after they click RSVP now, that guy will send them where you want it to that page afterwards, if that makes sense. So that's one way to do it. I got a question. Is there a company you can outsource that is trained kvCORE professional and I can pay them to run and operate my kvCORE for me? All the kvCORE trainings are too far above my head and too fast for me to take efficient notes. Well, I'm sorry if I'm being fast. I'm trying to get all this in before in our time together. However, just FYI, all of the trainings are repeatable, and these are on our YouTube channel after the fact, and there are trainings, webinar trainings online that you can kind of watch and rewatch. But to answer your question, I don't know what you mean by run and operate. However, if you want something like this done, you wanted a landing page made for you, or you wanted a newsletter made for you, or you wanted whatever made for you in the marketing, nope, in the marketplace is a little tile that's all mine. It's called Done For You Services. And in here, you can, order campaigns, you can order a setup service, we can set it up for you. You can do newsletters and blogs, holiday campaigns, recruiting campaigns, or you can do a consult and you can be like, I want XYZ done for you. And then after the fact, you can get a proposal from us and like of all the stuff you asked us to do, this is what it would cost to do it. And if you want to buy it, you can. If you don't have to. It's, no obligation whatsoever. So I would go there. There are other people online that do things like that too, but this is what I can recommend. And this is actually, if you do this, you're going to meet with me, and my team does all of this stuff. You're very welcome, Roy. Okay, great. Okay, so let me get back to our landing page. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to do an Eventbrite. Have you guys ever done Eventbrite? Anybody used it before? Chat me or let me know. So in Eventbrite, you're going to want to sign in. You can make a free account. And I'm pretty sure there's some things that are paid versions, but you could probably do this for free. And you can create an event here that might be, pictures with Santa. And this might be an appearance or signing. See, put this all in for me, but you can choose kind of what it is and why. Now, you also want to think about client appreciation versus something that you want just the regular public to come to, because you can make, when you do an Eventbrite, you can make it public so that anybody could come. And maybe that's what you want. Maybe you want just a ton of people coming through to see Santa, and you're going to get their information and you're going to, they might be potential clients one day. That'd be great. Maybe you're doing something that's super specific for your past clients and you're spending a lot of money on it and you don't want the whole world to do it. You would make the event private. So one or the other, if that makes sense. So you're doing that here, and that's what the tags are for. The tags are more if you're doing a public event so that people can find your event. But if it's private, you don't really need to put any of the tags in. And so this is going to be at a venue, and this venue might be at your office or wherever it is. And I think Google Maps goes here. I'll put my old San Francisco address in there. And then we'll have a map there so people can find it, which is really nice. And then you put your event date in. No, stop. It's going to be, let's say it's December, 9th. It starts at 10 a.m. and it runs at 1 p.m., whatever, your time zone, all that stuff. And you're going to save it. And here's where you're just going to build all of your stuff, right? So like you could upload an image, you can this will actually put you right into Canva, which is nice because then it has the correct sizing on here. Not giving me anything. Design. Spell it wrong. That's weird. But there's all these different designs. Let's just get Santa. Not Santa. Santa. Canva's usually better than that. I don't know, I'll make something real fast. So I'm gonna make this Santa. Pictures with Santa. And obviously you can make this as whatever you want. or whatever, right? So obviously you're gonna make it as much as you like. And so then whatever you make in here, you're just gonna hit save and return, and it's going to actually put it in right here for you, which is nice. Or you could have made it yourself in Canva and uploaded it, obviously. If you want to put a video in, maybe you have like a, hey, welcome, please come, blah, blah, blah. You could put it there. You could talk about what it's about, bring the kids, pictures with Santa, whatever. A description would be even longer, you know, tell them about what it is, why you're doing it, whatever. And then you can even put a picture in there. You can do it, all sorts of things. You can save and continue. And the reason I'm doing this is obviously you're not going to do tickets because it's going to be free. Oh, maybe you can only put 100 people in the whatever. You can make it 1 billion if you don't care how many. And then here it is. And we're going to publish it. And like I said before, you can make this event public or private, depending on, you know, what you want. And then we can publish it now. We're going to publish it. So I'm going to make it private because I don't want this out on an event, right? Now, what you're going to do is, I don't want this. Here's the URL for your event. So this is what you're going to send out in kvCORE, where people can RSVP, you know, how many people are coming, all that good stuff. So what are we going to do? We're going to go into kvCORE and we're going to make an email template that is pictures with Santa. And the now that's what you're calling it. And pro tip, put your initials at the front. You'll never find it again otherwise. Subject will be, you know, you're invited, pictures with Santa. And probably what I would do, to be quite honest with you, is I would use the advanced editor. And you can do so many things here. You could put in a video inviting people to come. You could put in a image. And the bad thing about making that image in Eventbrite is that you don't have it in your own Canva. But what I would do is, let's make a different one. So if you search for like banner, banner. And then put a banner in here, obviously. See what it gives us. Obviously you'd have to mess with it, but you know, pick out something and just change it, you know. Pictures with Santa. You could even put, you know, obviously me. Download that. You can put anything you want, the time, the place, all that good stuff. But once you have the picture, then you can put it in your kvCORE, You have to choose a folder to put it into. And once it's uploaded, you insert it. Now you have that. And you could put some information about it. You go back to your content, put in, drag over some text. You know, we're so excited to invite you to spend the morning with Santa. And you could put in, you know, oh, we're going to have cookie decorating or whatever you want. Morning. Cookie decorating. We're going to have punch. We're going to have pie, like whatever you want to write in here. And then you're going to get a button, put it here. RSVP now, right? And if they RSVP, you're going to put that Eventbrite RSVP right there. So that when they click on it, it will take them to the RSVP. Then you can track like how many actual people are coming instead of just doing a plain landing page where it's kind of per family or per whatever. And you can change this color to red. It's kind of pink. Go. Whatever. And you can add your signature at the bottom. You might have a, you know, whatever. You could put your, there's all sorts of things you can do with the advanced editor. You can put your social media down here, whatever it is you want. So you send this out to your database or to your past clients or to whoever you're going to filter that out with. And that way they can RSVP to the actual Eventbrite instead of doing it to the landing page. Now, let's say you did a landing page. That's cool. Instead of putting the Eventbrite in here, you're going to put, so let's say we saved this. You would put this link in here. So whichever place you're having them RSVP, that's the link you're going to put in the button so you can send out this mass email. So we're going to add this template. And then we're going to go back to our Smart CRM. And maybe you want to send this to everybody. Maybe you only want to send it to your past clients. Maybe you have a top 100 or something hashtag that you want to send it to. Decide who you're sending it to. And then actually we don't want to go to we want to go to your marketing and send out your mass email and say, you know, I want it to be from a saved filter, or I want it to be from that hashtag, or I want to send it to all my past clients. You know, pick who you're sending it to, and then just put your template in there and send it out. And now you've invited everybody, and now they can RSVP. And you're going to say to me, that's great, Heather, but I want to know in kvCORE if they've RSVP'd, and if they RSVP on Eventbrite, how am I going to know that? So that's where Zapier comes in. And you know, if anyone knows me, you know how much I love Zapier. So what you can do is you can create a Zap that sends that information over to kvCORE for you. So really quickly, your trigger would be Eventbrite. And the event, and what's going to make that trigger? It's when somebody registers. You have a new person registering. Continue. And I'm already hooked in, but if you weren't, it would just ask you to sign in to your Eventbrite and you would connect it. Continue. And my event should be in here. Oh, why isn't it in here? Oops, continue. I might have to choose myself first. Ah, there it is. Pictures with Santa, right? So now anytime anybody registers pictures with Santa, you can send that information over to kvCORE. So it's going to test it, and it didn't find anybody because nobody has RSVP'd yet. And what you could do is you could RSVP yourself, just so you have like a one person in there that's RSVP'd. And this is what it's going to look like. It's going to say, oh, you don't have to pay for it. I'm going to register now. That's what your invitees will see. Thank you. Let's see. Let's try it again. Where did my Zapier go? Let's test it again. Should be in there. Because it's telling you to create an attendee so it can find it. There we go. Now we have attendee A. Continue. Now we're going to map it over to kvCORE. So the event is going to be, we're not going to create a contact because they're already in there. They should be already in there if you're sending this out through kvCORE. We're going to update them. And we're going to update them with a hashtag that tells you that they have RSVP. So we're going to hit choose. I have a ton of kvCORE accounts in here, but if you're not already connected in Zapier, and it's free to do that, in your kvCORE, cancel out of here. If you go to your lead engine and you go to your Dropbox, these are your Zapier keys. Now, if you are an agent, you're only going to see this. If you're a team, you're going to see this. If you are an office admin or, whatever your status is now. So if you're doing this thing for your whole office, everybody in the office, and you're sending this out to everybody, all the leads in your office, you'd want to use the Zapier key for your office, right? If you're only doing it as yourself, you'd want to use your Zapier key for your agent. Because if you think about it, if you whoever you sent that initial invite to, if you only send it to your own, then do your own. But if you're a company admin or you're a team admin and you send it to all the past clients in your whole team's database, then you'd need to use your team Zapier key because it can't update something that it can't access. So it's got to access the right level. If that doesn't make sense, let me know and I can explain it better. So you're going to copy your Zapier key and you're going to go here and you're connect a new account. And it's going to ask you for your key and you're going to connect. Now I'm not going to do that because I'm already connected. I can find my connection, Heather agent, there it is. So then I'm going to hit continue and you're going to map everything over. So when they signed up with Eventbrite, they gave you their email. They gave you their first name. And really, you don't even need to do this. You could really just do their email because that's how we're going to find them in kvCORE. But what we want to do is we want to add a note. So we would say this, let's say actually, Heather, RSVP to, and you can give them a hashtag, pictures with pics, has to be all one word, with Santa 2023 or whatever. And what will happen when you do that is that it will add pics with Santa 2023 hashtag to me. But I mean, if I don't know if this email is in kvCORE, but if it was, it would update that person in kvCORE with that hashtag. So then you could pull that hashtag at any time. The other reason you want that hashtag, whether it be this hashtag or it be the hashtag that if they register here, because you don't need a Zapier, obviously, because this is going right into kvCORE. Either way, whatever hashtag that is, you could then trigger a campaign. I'm going to do that real fast. That reminds them about this. So you could add a campaign, and we're going to do a date-based campaign. And that date is going to be date is going to be, let's say, December 12th. And your optional qualifier is going to be that hashtag that you chose, right? It was like pics with Santa or whatever it was. So only the people that have the pics with Santa hashtag will get this campaign. And so that way you can remind them about it. And so let's find it in here. Right here. So your first action would be an email that is on a specific date. So it might be on the 13th of December. And you could write an email, you know, don't forget, you know, pics with Santa is in 10 days. And then whatever. It's going from you to the contact. So you can make this email go out on the 13th. And let's say that pics with Santa are the 23rd. So pics with Santa is in 10 days. And then you could make another one on, you know, the 19th that says pics with Santa is in 5 days or whatever. You could even make a text message to say, hey, pics with Santa is in 5 days, don't forget, or that morning of, like, hey, we can't wait to see you. You could do a, let me see, a text that says, you know, hi, first name, can't wait to see you today. For pics with, you know, obviously you can make it say whatever you want. And that might be on the 23rd because that's when you schedule or whatever. And you put your template name and save it. So you can make that hashtag trigger that follow-up campaign. Another campaign you could do is, instead of doing that mass email that we talked about, maybe you give everybody, maybe it's all your past clients or your top 100 or whatever, you give them a hashtag and you do this exact same thing, but before but do it beforehand. So you could give them, you know, a hashtag that says Santa invitees or whatever. And then you could make the same date-based campaign, but just keep inviting them. And then what you can do, the cool thing of that is you could make another campaign that, because you're keep inviting them, right? But when they RSVP, you don't want them to get these invitations anymore. You want them to get the follow-up campaign that you just made. So when the hashtag becomes, you know, pics with Santa 2023, which is what they would get if they signed up your Eventbrite or they signed up on your landing page, you can do a one-step shut off invite campaign. You can do a one-step campaign that removes the tag. So if you had a hashtag that was, you were triggering for the invites, it might be Santa invitee. you can say, I want to remove a hashtag, specific hashtag, Santa invitee was your hashtag or whatever that you used to start the inviting campaign. You could do this, you would run it immediately as soon as that hashtag hits. You could save it. And so now when their hashtag changes to Pics with Santa 2023, it will remove the Santa invitee hashtag. Make sure it gets, you choose it and it gets to be gray here. It'll remove that. And what that will do is, because the invite campaign was triggered by that hashtag, it will remove that campaign automatically for you. So you're not inviting them anymore. They're now going to get switched to the campaign that is reminding them to come, if that makes sense. So all of those things are available to you in kvCORE for the follow-up, for the inviting, all of that good stuff. So that would be all of the options you would have for when you're doing these parties or events or anything like that. So I hope I didn't overwhelm everybody. Who has questions about what I just went over? I also will take questions on anything at all that's kvCORE related. I can help that too. Anybody? Any questions kvCORE related? You want to know how to do XYZ, or I don't know what's happening here, or anything like that? All right. Well, if we don't have any more questions, I will let you guys go early. But I hope that was helpful for you for planning any kind of event that you might have coming up in the future. And don't forget that come see us for these success meetups. My meetups are on Wednesdays. They're a little more outside the box advanced. And then the trainers do more basic stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you want to come to those as well. And just so you know, in our Inside Real Estate, and I'll put this in the chat, if you want to watch any of these that have been done before, you can go here. And if you go to playlists, actually, here is your tips and tricks full playlist. And you can look up, we do so many different things that, you can go back and watch it at your own convenience, and you can stop it and pause it and take your notes and do whatever. Oh, I got a hand raise here. Go ahead. Got a question for me? You can talk.
Hi there. Thank you so much, Heather. So I have a question because I'm running the ad through Facebook, but I'm having trouble integrating those leads to RLP Sphere. I have Team software with me.
You're having trouble, you're doing Facebook ads through us, or you're doing your own Facebook ads?
Directly.
You're doing your own Facebook ads? Yes. And you want those Facebook ad leads to go into your kvCORE? Yes. Okay. You're going to need Zapier for that.
Okay.
Well, there's two ways to do it. In the marketplace plus we took it out because it wasn't my favorite. Property, we might have actually taken it out because it wasn't working that great, which is why I always say you should.
Because I was trying to look for the same, but I'm not able to see it anymore.
Yeah, we had a thing where you could do it through API Nation, and I think we might have taken it out because we were having some issues with it. So really, that was the free way to do it, was with API. With Zapier, you do, because, and it's not us, it's Facebook. Facebook lead ads. I'm assuming you're doing a lead ad.
Yes.
Yeah, is a paid thing with Zapier. So you do have to do the pricing. Let's look here. I think it's you have to have at least the starter plan. Yeah. And so it kind of depends on, you can have 20 different zaps and you can have, I know it says a 15-minute update time, but normally it's almost instantaneous. So I don't know how many ads you're running. You need a zap for each ad. So if you're only running a couple of ads and you're not getting more than 750 leads a month, you could stick with the starter plan, which is $19.99.
Okay.
You can go up if you're doing more. That makes sense.
Okay.
But basically what you would do is you would just create the zap and your trigger would be, you type in Facebook lead ads. See, it says premium. That's why you need the paid version. And the event would be when you get a new lead. So any new lead that happens, continue. And then you would just choose your Facebook account. And so I'm already hooked up, but if you weren't, you could connect to Facebook. You just click connect, and as long as you're logged into Facebook at the time, you'll be fine, and it'll automatically do it. And then you hit continue, and you're going to choose your page. So I have a ton of pages in here because I do ads for different people. Try to find one
And that's the only way to do it.
That's the only, I mean, you could go into Facebook, download the leads and upload them manually, but I wouldn't want to do that.
Okay. And is there any key that is in the system that we can probably put on the Facebook through the RLP sphere? I mean, I know at some point of time there was a key that I had put into any correspondence that we were sending through another Gmail, and then all the mail would flow through the system then.
The mail? You mean your emails?
So there is, yes, there is a code. Probably, I'm not sure if it is in
you don't
Web
need to do
IDs.
that.
No?
Right here. So right here, you whatever your email is, you're going to connect it. So if you're doing it through Gmail, you would connect your Gmail account, and then any mail back and forth from your agent, or from your between your agent and the agent and the contact would be in the contact record.
Okay.
Of that contact. So you just, and you should do that. Everybody should do this anyway, because it's really important that you connect your mail, because when you're sending stuff out through kvCORE, if you have not given us permission, what this does is it allows, when we send a mail, you send a mass email out, or you send a one-off email out, we're actually sending it through your Gmail. If you don't give us this permission, we have to send it through a relay email. It masks it, and it's like says it's your email, but really it's not. And 9 times out of 10, that's going to go to spam. So if you have not done this yet, it's super important to do this, whether you have Outlook or you have Gmail. And if you don't have either of those, you should get one, because that gives us permission to send it out through your actual mail, and it's going to cut down your spam tremendously. So that's important to do anyway. But yes, it will be in the contact record. You'll be able to see the back and forth emails and stuff, incoming and outgoing, if you've connected it. Any other questions for me? Okay. Let me see here. I got another one. Hang on. So then I have a question from, where did you go? David, how did you get to the recordings of your prior sessions? You're very welcome. David, you're going to go to YouTube. And this, if you search up Inside Real Estate, you'll find it, but I will put it in the chat for you as well. It's our Inside Real Estate YouTube channel. If you go to playlists and go to the tips and tricks playlist, has all of our previously recorded ones. I will put that also in the chat for everyone again, right there. Okay. Any other questions for me? All right, cool guys. Well, I'm glad we got to get together today. I missed everybody when I was on vacation last week. But I will be here next week, and so will the trainers, and so come see us and learn more stuff or rewatch any of these old ones that were not old. I mean, they're last week's. I can't some of them were from last week, but as many as you can, you'll get a lot of information that way. So thanks, guys. Take care.